If you'd wanted to know what the future looked like before it arrived, all you really had to do was look at the Jetsons.
Meet George Jetson!
When the Jetsons premiered in 1962, it seemed like pure science fiction. Flying cars, robotic maids, video calls, all of it was the stuff of dreams. But over the decades, many of the show's imaginative inventions became real. What was once futuristic fantasy is now part of everyday life. In this video, we're diving into 10 times the Jetsons made eerily accurate predictions about the future. Each one reflects how vision, imagination, and innovation have shaped the modern world. Number 1. Video calls. Back in the early 1960s, the concept of seeing someone's face while talking to them on a screen felt like science fiction. But in the Jetsons, this futuristic idea was part of everyday life. George Jetson regularly used video screens in his home and office to communicate with others. He would talk face-to-face with his boss, his wife Jane, or even friends and service providers, all through large wall-mounted screens. At the time, such technology seemed almost magical to viewers. Fast forward to today, and video calling is a normal part of our daily communication. With platforms like FaceTime, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet, people can now connect in real time from anywhere in the world, whether for work, education, or personal conversations. Even smartphones now come equipped with front-facing cameras specifically designed for video calls. The Jetsons didn't just dream it, they visualized a world that mirrors the virtual communication age we live in now. Number 2. Smartwatches and wearable tech.
This is Secret Agent X-73145 reporting into headquarters.
In multiple episodes, characters in the Jetsons can be seen wearing wrist devices that function much like a combination of a phone, a computer, and a remote control. These futuristic gadgets allowed them to communicate, receive updates, and interact with other technology around them. At the time, the idea of having so much power on your wrist was truly ahead of its time. Today, smartwatches like the Apple Watch, Samsung Galaxy Watch, and Fitbit are capable of doing exactly that and more. They let us check messages, make phone calls, monitor heart rates, track workouts, and even control smart home devices like lights or thermostats. Some even support emergency SOS features, contactless payments, and GPS navigation. While the designs differ, the core functionality predicted by the Jetsons has now become part of modern tech culture. Their vision of wearable technology was surprisingly accurate and shows how ahead of the curve the show really was. Number 3. Robot assistants. Rosie the robot is one of the most memorable and beloved characters in the entire series. As the Jetson family's robotic housemaid, Rosie wasn't just a cleaning machine. She had a personality, emotions, and opinions. She cleaned, cooked, ran errands, and even provided emotional support. Rosie became an early example of what a home robot could be, both functional and relatable. While we don't yet have human-like robot maids with full conversational abilities, we're getting closer. Devices like the Roomba vacuum cleaner autonomously clean floors, and AI-powered voice assistants like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Apple's Siri help users with everyday tasks such as setting alarms, controlling smart devices, playing music, and answering questions. Some modern home robots can even patrol your house, offer security features, or act as personal companions. Although Rosie's charm hasn't been fully recreated, the Jetsons accurately anticipated a future where robotic assistants are embedded in daily life, a prediction now being realized through advancements in home automation and artificial intelligence. Number 4. Telemedicine. In one memorable episode, Elroy Jetson wakes up with a terrible case of Venus virus, so his worried parents summon a doctor on the living room view screen. Instead of driving to a clinic, the family describes symptoms while the physician appears remotely, consults digital records, and issues an instant prescription. In 1962, this looked like pure fantasy. Doctors made house calls only in emergencies, and video technology was clunky and experimental. Yet decades later, telemedicine is a cornerstone of modern healthcare. High-resolution webcams, encrypted apps, and connected medical devices now let physicians monitor heart rate, blood oxygen, or or blood pressure from miles away. During the COVID-19 pandemic, virtual visits skyrocketed, allowing patients to avoid crowded waiting rooms while still receiving medical advice and electronic prescriptions. Portable otoscopes, smart thermometers, and wearable ECG patches beam real-time data directly to clinics, making at-home diagnosis faster and safer. What once seemed like a cartoon convenience has become routine in hospitals, urgent care networks, and even school nurse offices, proving the Jetsons accurately envisioned healthcare without borders well before broadband and smartphones made it possible. Number 5. Flying cars and air taxis. Nothing defines the Jetsons more than George's bubble-top flying car. Each morning he soars above traffic, folds the vehicle neatly into a briefcase, and glides into spacely sprockets. While such commutes still feel futuristic, the aviation industry is inching closer every year. Companies like Joby Aviation, Volocopter, Lilium, and Hyundai's Supernal division are testing electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that promise quieter flight, zero emissions, and autonomous navigation.
And the fact that they can predict these things completely, particularly the flying cars, Anita, which somebody really could have used yesterday, given the third world traffic that we have here in New York City.
In 2022, the first piloted eVTOL models completed city-to-city test flights. By 2025, regulators in Dubai, Paris, and Los Angeles plan dedicated vertiports for short-haul air taxi routes. Automotive firms are also experimenting with road-to-air hybrids whose rotors fold into the chassis for conventional driving. Although widespread adoption faces hurdles such as battery density, air traffic control, and noise management, prototypes already demonstrate that controlled, smartphone-guided aerial rides are feasible. The Jetsons' daily sky commute remains aspirational, yet every successful test flight brings us closer to turning their cartoon freeways in the clouds into real-world sky lanes, buzzing with passenger drones. Number 6. Smart home appliances.
What time is it?
8:29.
Thank you. It's all right.
The Jetsons' SkyPad apartments run on push-button ease. Alarm clocks wake George, conveyors dress him, and a talking stove whips up breakfast. 6 decades later, smart home ecosystems deliver similar convenience, if not quite as theatrical. Wi-Fi ovens preheat when you leave work. Refrigerators create digital grocery lists, and coffee makers sync with sleep trackers to brew at optimal wake-up times. Voice assistants like Alexa and Google nest route commands to smart lights, thermostats, and security cameras, letting residents manage everything with a simple phrase. Robotic vacuums map floor plans, while lawn mowing robots handle yard work. Even laundry is catching up, with washers that auto-dispense detergent and dryers that send alerts when cycles finish. Machine learning algorithms study habits to conserve energy, adjust lighting scenes, and recommend recipes based on what's in the fridge. Though we still lay out our own clothes and fold laundry by hand, the Jetsons' vision of automated domestic life is rapidly materializing. Piece by piece, the connected appliances transform houses into responsive, almost sentient living spaces. Number 7. Moving sidewalks and escalators. In the Jetsons world, characters rarely walk. Sidewalks move. Conveyor belts take people from room to room, and escalators are everywhere. This isn't just a futuristic fantasy anymore. Moving walkways are used in airports, malls, and even theme parks to ease pedestrian flow. Escalators are a staple of modern infrastructure. While we still walk more than the Jetsons ever did, the concept of automated transportation within buildings is already part of our everyday environment. Number 8. Drones and delivery bots.
Think you think? Your machine is supposed to do the thinking, Jetson.
In some episodes, the Jetsons depict packages being delivered via small flying machines or robotic carriers. Today, companies like Amazon, UPS, and Google are testing drone deliveries that can drop packages right at your doorstep. Additionally, ground-based delivery robots are already operating in several urban areas, delivering food, groceries, and parcels. The show accurately foresaw a future where delivery was fast, automated, and contact-free. Number 9. Flat-screen TVs and home theater walls. In the 1960s, television sets were bulky, heavy, and had tiny screens. But the Jetsons showed large, flat, wall-mounted screens throughout their home. These were used not only for entertainment, but also for communication and education. Today, flat-screen TVs are the norm. We have ultra-thin OLED screens, massive displays, smart TVs, and even interactive panels. The idea that a television would blend into your wall and connect to the internet was something the Jetsons imagined well before it became possible. Number 10. Online learning and virtual classrooms. In one memorable episode, Elroy Jetson attends class not in a school building, but through a video screen from home. This might have seemed ridiculous in the 60s, but remote learning is now a well-established part of education. Especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, millions of students attended virtual classes using platforms like Zoom, Google Classroom, and Microsoft Teams. Online education is now accessible globally, with full courses, degrees, and certifications offered through digital platforms. So, were the creators of the Jetsons simply lucky, or were they truly ahead of their time? Either way, their cartoon world of futuristic dreams got a surprising number of things right. From smart homes to video calls and even wearable tech, what was once fiction is now reality. The Jetsons didn't just entertain, they inspired generations of innovators, engineers, and dreamers. And who knows, maybe someday we'll all be commuting in flying cars like George Jetson. Until then, let's keep imagining and inventing. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future imagined by the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.